Hi, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. I'm going to work in my journal. Let's see, I think I'm going to start with the weekend. As you see, I have several pages I need to do, or I have still to do. And let's see, this would be the 8th, and this would be the 9th. So I think I'm going to start, let me start here on Saturday the 8th. And I don't have my numbers cut out already, but real quick, I'm going to do a background just so it can be drying. And I just put those numbers there, and now I'm erasing them. Make sure I have you kind of in frame. Cutting off the bottom half for some reason. Excuse me while I take you for a ride. Okay. Alrighty. I think that'll work. I am just going to chit chat while I do this little background, and I don't have anything fun to talk about. So, or anything specific to talk about. So I'm just going to chat while I make this background. This was a day that my husband fished in a tournament. So I typically will do some sort of green and blue combo for these days. And I'm just gonna mush it onto itself. There, spread the love a little. And if I have some left over, I might go ahead and put some on another day. I really don't have anything specific that, you know, I tend to do blue-green on these days just because it's, you know, kind of water, I guess. So, let me see if I have anything. You know what? I can do a little bit of green on the day before because I worked in the garden. That would be appropriate. And hopefully when I erase these numbers, the reason why I erase them is once you put ink over them, sometimes you can't erase the pencil marks. So that's why I do that. You could write it on top of it, and that would be, you know, be fun too. I guess you could erase it then, I don't know. Get a little bit more water on here. And then just pick up this last little bit. And anyway, so Saturday, what was that, the 8th? I did, I'm just going to put the rest of it on here like this. And then wipe up the rest of it. I'm not going to try to, I don't have enough to dig out an index card. But anyway, he fished in a tournament, so he left really early. When he does that, he leaves at like 3:30 in the morning or 4. Just depends on where it is and, you know, how early the sun rises that particular day. So, just getting a couple of backgrounds done here. I'm going to use this peacock feathers. That was mowed lawn. This is peacock feathers. It's kind of a blue-green, I guess. And I'll put a little bit more water on this. That came out darker than I intended. I don't think I put enough water on that one. I mean, it's up to you. It, you know, depends on how dark you want it. And I've got probably enough stuff to go on here that it really doesn't, you know, doesn't matter too much. So, let's see. I think I'm going to do, just mush that together a little bit. I'll put a little bit on this page too. You know, the blue sky, the garden, the whatever. I didn't do that much in the garden. It's getting a little too hot for the garden. It putzes out about the same time I do. And I'm going to just put a little bit on here. I know I did not erase that number. I'll try to not put ink on top of it. But that way I just have a little bit of color there as well. And put the rest of it on here. without hitting that pencil mark. Anyway, I don't need a whole lot of background. I just, you know, I've got stuff. I just like a little color. And I'm going to put these up. And sometimes I'll use the markers, the watercolor markers. Sometimes I use ink. Sometimes I use regular markers. You know if you've been around. And anyway, letting that dry. So this is the day I'm going to start with. And I had something sitting right here I was going to cut out. Let me dig in my basket. Here we go. I have a boat. He fished with his friend. I did not fish with him this time. And let me see. See if I can. I'm still getting used to these glasses here. Oh yeah, I just cut off the bottom of the boat. But that's all right. We don't need that part, right? I got up and my friend came over. I'm just going to do a loose cut around here. I don't feel like fussy cutting all of that. It's not that important. Anyway, my friend that lives about 45 minutes away, I don't get to see her too often. She, you know, I used to see her a good bit, but nowadays it's less frequent. Yeah, you can really tell. I thought that was water. I cut off the whole boat, the whole hull of the boat. But, anyway, he, got up and she came over. She was heading out of town and had to pass by my section of the interstate, or my exit, I guess I should say. So she, getting my glue papers all ready. I found my little pools that I was looking for in the last video. And this is about menopause, but we'll just ignore that part. I'm going to do a little bit of a loose cut around here and get rid of this chit chat about menopause, although we probably did talk about that. That is a real conversation these days in my world. Anyhow, but I like that little, it was an ad for whatever it was. And so I thought I would just use that for our little chit chat and his boat ride. And then after she left, I got ready and I went to the thrift store. I was actually looking, I wanted to find some yard sales, but we have, it's a big weekend here where I live. It's our Blue Angels weekend, which I live what they call the home of the Blue Angels. And so we do 2 shows a year, one in the summer, and then we do the homecoming one in the fall. So anyway, everybody gets their boats. They go out. That's not what he was doing. It takes a bigger boat to go out and see the Blue Angels. You have to go out on the beach. And so anyway, they start heading over to the beach at like 2 o'clock the morning before. So it's crazy. So I did not get to go. I haven't been in a few years, but it's a big event here. We love our Blue Angels. And I'm looking for something and I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I have thrift shop. And what else do I have? That was pretty much it. As far as, you know, images and whatnot. That was a day full. Oh, I know what I was looking for. My numbers. I've got all my little totes here. And I have not made peace with, you know, what I was talking about the other day in the last video about, let's see if I put them in here. Nope. Apparently not. These are my days and number. Actually, I thought I did. Nope. Got mine, and I've got, those are some I made last month. Looking for my July ones, and they're in a very logical place. Just not one that I'm privy to right at the moment, but I think I was telling you in the last video that and you know what, I don't have to use one out of the July one, but I might as well. I think they're in here. This was one that I put of stuff that I knew I would use in July, or I started to. Almost like a, almost like a capsule. I was kind of toying with the idea. But me being the indecisive person that I am, I started 2 of them. Not 1, but 2. So, this is, what day did I say this was? It's Saturday the 8th. So, I kind of have my stuff in a little bit of shambles at the moment because it's divided over 3 baskets. So, I will make peace with it. Or, I say make peace with it. What I really did need to do is just clean it up. That's, you know, that's the truth. Just need to clean it up. So, I'm going to need Sunday here in a minute. Oh, I did not do my Sunday background, though. I did Saturdays. And I'm just kind of doing a little jig-jag cut around here. Jig-jag, is that a word? It is today. That was kind of a combination between jig and doing the jig and zigzag, maybe? I don't know. Never know what's going to come out of my mouth. We Southerners tend to make up words anyway, so I don't know if that's exclusive to the South, but, you know, I like to think it is. So, this was fun. The ladies at, this is a thrift store that benefits some of the programs at my church. It benefits the clinic where I volunteer, the free health clinic, and it also benefits the, let's see, I guess that's going to have to go like that, because this boat is going to have to go across here, and then I'll put this down here. I mean, that was pretty early in the morning, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be totally chronological. But anyway, it also benefits a kind of a, I want to say a women's recovery program, basically. And those ladies that are in the program, they work the thrift store as part of their program. And they're all in my Sunday school class. We're all in a small group together. You can call it adult Sunday school. I don't know what you call it. They call them connection groups. But, you know, basically small group. And really good group of ladies. And I've really enjoyed getting to know all of them. And so I enjoy popping in and visiting them. They work this thrift store. And, or some of them do anyway. And so I enjoy seeing them when I go in there. And one of them, one of the ladies gave me a new sticker on my cane. My daughter was just telling me that I needed to up my sticker game because I hadn't added any since I saw her back at Thanksgiving. And I said, well, I just didn't have you to put them on for me, I guess. Somewhere in there I got the notion that that was going to be, you know, a very temporary thing, that I wasn't going to need the cane long, and so I decided I didn't need to add any more stickers. But you know, that was like, oh, let's see, 7, 8, 9 months ago. So anyway, I let her add a sticker, the lady at the thrift store. And I thought that was kind of cool. She said a friend had given her some stickers, and she thought about me and thought about my cane and wanted to add a sticker to it. So she's from New York, so the sticker says, I love New York. Actually, it's a New York street sign. With a bird on it, but some of them did say I love New York. She asked me if I had ever been. I told her I had, as a teenager and as a little girl, like kindergarten age. But as a teenager, I marched in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I was in the band in my high school here, and we had a really big band that was really good. And we, yeah, we got invited to march the Macy's parade. So that was a neat experience for a 16-year-old. Or 15, almost 16, however old I was. So that was fun. So I was telling her about that, and she thought that was pretty cool. And I saw Patrick Swayze on his white horse. That was back when Oak Creek Dirty Dancing was big. That was in the 80s. 87 maybe? Something like that. Okay, so that is all I'm putting picture-wise on that day, I think. And this day, let me go ahead and get my background going so it can dry. I'm going to do, we went by here, so I'm going to put purple. I almost never use purple. Don't fall over. It's okay. Don't fall over. I think I'm going to use this one. Can't remember what this one looks like. Yeah, that'll work. I don't want it too dark. I have a light one I can lighten it up with if I want, but I'm going to start with this one. This has kind of become our Sunday after church treat here occasionally, not all the time. We don't go by there every Sunday, and they're usually so crowded after church. Or, you know, when we get out. So, what is your Sunday afternoon routine like? I came home and we tried to work outside a little bit. It was so hot. But when we first went out there, I was like, well, it's a little overcast, so maybe, you know, maybe I can do it. We were trying to, we have a trellising system that we've put, we've got some blackberries earlier this year, some blackberry plants, not blackberries, but blackberry plants. And we, hold that thought, I'm thinking if I can tolerate, use purple anywhere else. Maybe. Oh, I already put, well, you know what? I can add some purple dots there. Little bits. Sure, why not? I have them. Might as well use them. What was I saying? I don't remember. Easy come, easy go on the thoughts, huh? Okay, well, I probably don't have many index cards that have purple on them, so let me put some on now. Oh, I know I was telling you about the blackberries. So we have a trellis. We needed a fence down one side of our side yard. And I told my husband I wanted to do what you might call an edible fence. We're trying to do kind of a fruit forest in our front yard. You gotta understand, we live not in a neighborhood, so don't go, oh, you're putting a forest in your front yard. Our front yard is like 200 feet long, and I don't know how wide, but we live, you know, way back off the road. So, this was a cheaper option than actually putting in a fence. We lost our fence in a hurricane some years back. And people want to drive across our yard, you know, and then pull in, like, make it a turnaround, and it's not. So, anyway, he built a trellis, and we put in some blackberry bushes and some raspberry bushes, although we really can't grow raspberries down here. But I'm going to try. I just mainly want the leaves to make tea. So, I'm weird, I know. Okay, so that's not exactly a great purple matchup, but it will do. And anyway, so you've got to train them up, and after you harvest, and then in June, and then July, you cut out because what vines the berries grew on last year, they won't grow on next year. So you cut those away, and then you start training up the new ones for next year. So we we were outside doing that, and we both had a Calamity Jane moment, and I fell, and the fall itself didn't hurt me, but the landing did. No, I fell over on my stool that I had been sitting on. I didn't realize that it had, tipped over when I got up, and so I went to sit back down, and it had fallen over backwards, and so when I went to sit down, I fell back onto it, and then my cane was right there, and the quad cane, it has 4 prongs and a metal base, so those prongs went into my back, the stool went into my back. So anyway, I'm good and bruised and just sore. And then so I came in and was kind of resting and trying to get over my owie, 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 it hurts. And then my husband came in, doubled over. He had hurt his back somehow. He just moved the wrong way. So we are quite a sight. My husband said, as we were taking turns with the heat and pad and the ice packs this afternoon, or when he came home from work, he said, but the blackberries look good. He's like, what did it cost us? But like, well, we'll get over it. We'll get over it. Let's see. Do I want this on this side or this side? Sure. Put it right here. Sure, why not? Anyway, we had just gone through they have a drive-through, so we just picked it up and brought it home and ate. And I need a number. And anyway, I don't have anything yet to represent. I don't have a picture of the blackberries or anything like that to put on here. I thought about trying to draw a picture of them, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of getting the day on here, and then we, decided that we might better take it easy, and we watched the Women's U.S. Open, which was in Pebble Beach this year. It's the first time the Women's U.S. Open has ever been played there, which was pretty cool. Yay, go women, right? And but our daughter was there watching, and that was the place that she had been working while she was out in California, and so that was pretty cool. And we actually heard her after one of the shots. You could hear some of the spectators, and my husband's like, that sounded just like her. And so he replayed it. And so I asked her, I said, did you just say whatever it was that we heard her say? And she's like, yeah, why? And I said, oh my goodness, we just heard you on TV. We didn't see her, but we could hear her and pick out her voice. It was so funny because we knew exactly what she said. I said, well, you better be careful what you say. Those microphones are picking up all kinds of stuff. But it was pretty cool. I mean, she just like, nice shot or something like that. But anyway, it was pretty cool. And that was fun to watch. So I had... This is the only golf thing I have right at the moment. I thought maybe I could cut around it. Huh, look at that old TV. Well, whatever. Oh, shoot, it kind of tore, huh? Who is that? That looks like, I don't know. Not Columbo. One of the Western guys, maybe? Anyway, I was going to try and see if I could, even though this is a man on this golf ball, they had male caddies, most of them. Some of them had their husband's caddies, some of them didn't. I'm assuming some of them, I don't know how they get their caddies, to be honest with you. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. So I thought I'd put that here. And then I have, oh, activities. Which one is it? Here we go. Here, I put my little church on here. And I do have, oh, okay. I do have a fishing little clip art file, but I don't have anything in it at the moment. So, but that was pretty much the weekend. We just watched the rest of the US Open. I had watched some of it on Saturday. Oh, I know what else I did on Saturday. And on Sunday, actually, but mainly Saturday. I was doing some drawing. I've been doing this printable thing, and I was actually getting a jump start on some Christmas drawings for printables. You know, it's Christmas in July. I've been watching a lot of Christmas in July Hallmark movies, or actually there's another channel that's playing Christmas in July too. Great American Family, I think, channel. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna put that here. If I were to attempt to do anything with the blackberries or a picture or something, I'll probably put it here. So I just need to, I got a glue blob on my little paper down here. Glue blob is actually relatively hard to say, if you did not know that. Glue blob, Bueller. All right, I've been talking to myself way too long. What else? Okay, so somewhere in my just looking for something off screen real quick here. I have this one, but I printed the wrong one. I have the one that I finished. This was the unfinished one. But this is what my daughter's bus looks like that she lives in. She converted a old school bus. And she's been traveling the country. And so I printed some of these just to kind of represent where she is. Maybe in my journal a little bit from time to time. And but I printed the one that I didn't finish. It doesn't have the back wheels on it. But you know what? I've already printed it. And I'm going to put it right here because that's where she was. And what else did I want? I have, let's see, this file. I don't need vegetables. I love these. But I'm looking for something specific. These are all Lydia at February and June. These particular ones. The ones in the front were Brooke from Recreations by Brooke. Recreations by Brooke. She has hers on Etsy. Lydia at February and June has hers on Patreon. So, those are just clip art that I printed. This is Recreations by Brooke. Let's see. This is not what I wanted, though. Okay. Let me see if I can find it elsewhere. I think it's some little icons that I drew. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna keep that out. And that. Here we go. I see them. I drew those to represent. This is, I think I've showed you this before, Etsy. Now I need a blue Etsy, but this is YouTube Studio, this is Patreon, this is Procreate, and then this is regular YouTube. Like, you watch YouTube, this is the YouTube Studio, like if you are a creator, a content creator. Then you edit all your videos and stuff in there. But I wanted this because while I was watching my Hallmark, what did I do with those? And I have my Little House on the Prairie. I have been watching Little House on the Prairie like crazy. And we've been watching Ted Lasso at night. Yep. I guess you can tell a lot about a person by their clip art they choose. Anyway. But I was drawing some Christmas clip art. I was going to try to get some in my Etsy shop by the time might not glue that down just yet. But it goes like that actually. Yeah, just put it right here. Actually, I'm just gonna put it in there. And what else? Oh yeah, because I've got my bus right there. No, this goes on this side. Right there. And I just printed up. I had just printed. I mean, like, right before I started this video. Aha. My Christmas movie marathon. And my Little House on the Prairie, because that is what I've been watching. Aside from YouTube, you know, I watch a lot of your videos. And then this was a picture that she sent me. No, this was a picture she put on Instagram of one of the golfers in the famous tree. And that was pretty cool that she was right there. And let's see, Saturday and Sunday, I was trying to fix my sewing machine. It has frustrated me to no end. What else? Okay, if I have any sewers out there, I need your help. Although I've asked the ones that I know in person. My top thread is breaking. Now, as far as I know, my tension is not too tight. I've tried it on different, tensions. I keep lowering the tension. I've tried it all the way down to 0. And as far as I know, I have the right thread and needle size, things like that. Is there any other reason that the would there be any other reason that your thread would break that you know of? Because I am at a loss. Let's see, let me put that under Sunday. So I sat here and I watched Christmas movies, and I drew a poinsettia, and I drew Santa Claus. Anything else you'd like to see me draw for Christmas? I'm taking, it's open mic night. Taking requests at this moment anyway. So I sat there and I drew. Procreate is something, it's an art program that you draw on your, like on your iPad. So I can do it while I'm sitting there watching TV or, watching movies or YouTube videos or whatever. But I just want to be able to sew some pages or tags or something. And I have 3 sewing machines and all 3 of them have an issue. So I'm getting a complex. I am not a seamstress. I'm not a sewer. I'm not a whatever. I have sewn in my life. I sewed like my daughter dress when she was little, that sort of thing. But it's not something I do on the regular. So, anyhow, but if any of you have any suggestions, at first I thought maybe it was the kind of thread, so I've tried, maybe I didn't get the right thread for the machine. Maybe I didn't. So now I've tried 3 different kinds of thread, 3 or 4, and I'm still struggling here. So if anybody has any thoughts or advice, I would much appreciate. I really don't want to have to go buy a new sewing machine, because even a cheap one, and I'm dang sure not gonna buy a used one. So anyway, I just would like to have something just to sew, like what we sew, or journal pages, or an occasional tag, or pockets, or something like that. That's really all I'm wanting. So, yeah, I forgot about having this picture, and I could have very easily put this one here and instead of this one. But I did not. So I'm very frustrated. I'm sewing machine frustrated. So I would love any of your tips, if you have any. Because I'm at my wit's end with it. And I can get a couple of stitches and then it breaks. The other machine, it was just breaking right off the bat. And it had some other issues. So I've given up on that one. I think the presser foot, or the feed dogs, or whatever you call them, I don't think they're moving because the fabric doesn't move. You actually have to push it, and so I think it's not feeding right. So I think that sewing machine's gone. I'm not going to try with that one anymore. But this other one that I have, that was my daughter's, she left here when she moved on, or when she moved away. She left it with me, and what got me, looking again was that she had asked me if I still had it and had it handy while she was here visiting. And so I got it out, but she never had a chance to do what she wanted to do with it. So that was kind of, we didn't try it while she was here. Otherwise, I'd have asked her. Not that she necessarily would know anyway, but because I think I actually did tell her about it. Okay, there's the player right there. She hit that ball right up underneath that tree, but she hit a good shot after that. So, you know what? In reality, I probably should do this and cover up the person. I'm going to have sticky right here, though. It'll dry. It'll eventually dry. So that was kind of cool to know, to be able to watch that tournament and know that she was there. I just changed subjects on you. Sorry. Okay, so that's Saturday and Sunday, and then I can get my little pen out and write. And how much time do we have? I had a little bit. Maybe I can play around with, almost forgot Mr. Lasso here. And we could, I think we're almost at the end of season 3, and I don't know this for a fact, but I think this is the last episode we're going to watch tonight, and I wasn't sure if they were going to continue it or end it so that it was, you know, the end, completely the end. But I need to put him down here. Well, I didn't think I was going to have that much stuff for that day, but it almost ended up where I almost needed a flip. But I have enough room to write. It's fine. Okay, so I like how that turned out. I like old Mr. Lasso down here. And I could go ahead and, well, now I have glue there too. I could go ahead and do those pages right here. I could. Let's see. Not pages, this thing. You can see I'm a little behind. Is that light enough? Yeah, sure, why not? I almost never use purple, so I might as well use it. Why I'm using a watercolor marker for this, I don't know. Because it was right here. That's really the main reason. There. I actually remembered to do it this time. And let's see, for Saturday, I'll use this one. Yeah. Sure, why not? Just got ink on her feet. Yeah, I forgot to do that one when I was making this. I just made this monthly view, or the sticker calendar, whatever you want to call it. So I have not caught up in it yet. But I did not remember to color under those. And I did remember, look, I remembered. If you watched that last video, I remembered. And I started cutting some of the numbers. I did not cut 8 and 9, though. I'm going to have to get out my little scissors and cut these. But I think I have my stuff to put on them. I think. Oh, where are my little scissors? Speaking of which, the little darlings. I don't know if I have, come to think of it, I don't know if I do have my stuff for those days, but I can go ahead and put the numbers on them, I guess. And then, let's see. There's that one. And yeah, doing it last month and using the repositionable glue, the glue stick, it worked okay. They did come back up. And probably if I would have done it like within the week, but it's a whole month, so you can't really do that. If I'd have done them like a week at a time or something like that, it might have worked out better. But after that glue sat there all month, you know, it's pretty good glue. And after it sat there all month, it didn't, it did not want to come back up. See, that's the go-kart. This is, I know what we did, but I really don't have anything miniature to show for it. I was going to try to color that one in. I can just pick a color. It doesn't have to be, let's go with, do I like this yellow? Well, we'll color this one with yellow, I guess. Sure. I got the yellow sticker right there. There we go. Maybe you won't know I forgot to color it. There. Yeah, I'm not real big on those clear stickers. I mean, it's nice what it's nice for, but it's like, you know, if you're putting it over something, it's, yeah, not great. I had gotten this Stabilo Boss highlighter. This is the red, I think. It's like a neon red or something like that. And I really like it. I like the way it goes on, and I had gotten some other metallic ones and they bled right through the paper. But I got this one at Michael's. I'm gonna go back and get some more. They were only like $2, and then if you have a sale, you know, like a coupon or something, you know, that was, I really like that one. I'm gonna go back and get the other colors. That'll work. That's colorful, isn't it? And I'll glue down this 9. Yeah. I don't know that I have anything related to what we did. I might have a little thrift store. I don't think I have stickers that have little thrift stores or anything like that on them. I need to print up a page of minis. I've been doing a little bit at a time. Like I printed, I just had it. Oh. While I'm thinking about it, I do have a pool. I was going to add that to that other day. I think that was the first. Oh, that's right. I really didn't have to, though, did I? Oh, here's the little Santa I drew in the poinsettia. You can't see the detail in the poinsettia. Oh, man. Okay, so those were supposed to be on Saturday. Oh, dear. Well, that might have to go somewhere else. Let me see if I can get these on. This was when my daughter made bagels. They turned out so good. But I have some of my little icons that I use a lot, but I haven't printed all of them out yet. I mean, the idea was to use stickers, but I can sit here and look for stickers for a month and not find some of these stickers that I need. So how do you do it? If you do this sticker calendar or monthly view or whatever, I'm trying to do it where I don't write in it. I just want it to be a visual replica of my day. So, and that really is not the correct pool. She was in the hotel pool. You know what? I might just put that right there. I don't know. It looks better over here. Sure. Although, I think she did. Huh. Well, I don't have to have that line, right? Just put it right there. So, that one looks full. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do on the rest of them. Let me close this glue. I think I'm going to need a new glue stick here soon. Where was the pages I just did? So this is what I drew this day. Little Santa. I need a Christmas tree. And I think I drew some lights. I don't particularly care for them that much. I just, you know, did a little quick drawing. But the poinsettia turned out pretty good. And I thought the Santa turned out kind of cute. And his little eyes, he looks like he's looking at something on his nose, though. But I just wanted him to be kind of playful. And I'm trying to think of what else. Christmas tree. Oh, I have some ornaments that I'm going to do. And I don't know what else. I need to look up, you know, what other, probably draw like the Star of Bethlehem, or, you know, my husband said, you're going to draw a nativity. I was like, ew, I don't know if I can. He said, I have faith in you. I was like, thank you, but I don't know. Okay, so we're going to do this right here. And I'm going to have like no room to write. I could do a flip. I don't really need to write that much on here, right? I'd have to get all my stuff out to make a flip, and then what would I do? Just to put 2 more pieces on there. If I was going to do it, I should have done it from the beginning, right? But that's okay. And I think I'm going to do a video on what I got at the thrift store. It's not all super exciting, but I was pretty excited to go. Now, I'm going to look back on here, and I'm going to wonder why in the world I have Santa Claus on July 8th. So, I guess I better write something. I can write a little bit down here. It'll be all right. I have sewing machine, Santa Claus, and a boat. And a poinsettia and a thrift store. And that was a heck of a day, huh? Okay, so I got that. I was going to start on Friday, but I think I am out of time. So I will, oops, I just bumped you or bumped the lights. I do have this little mini Ted Lasso. And this little mini, oops, I just cut into them. This little mini Christmas movie. I can't even see where to cut. They're so tiny. They're so itty bitty. Oh, that's because I cut off the top of the, okay. I didn't cut it in the right place. That's all right. It says Christmas Movie Marathon. And oh, lasso here. So I can put those on the little sticker calendar at least. And what else? That'll do for now. At least there's something on there. Yeah. Put him there, and I'll put this one right here. And I think I have a little mini Christmas. No. I think I have a little mini. What is it? Thrift store. Somewhere. So I can go back and find that. I've got him on there, and I've got my little Christmas Movie Marathon. So, I'll put that right up here. There we go. At least I have something on there. I still need to put my 2 on there at least. And then I'll figure out something. You know, and at some point during the week or whatever, when I'm going through my stickers, I go, ooh, that'll work for that day. So at least I have the days prepped. And I probably need to go through and at least color my squares. That needs to be the first thing I do, I think. And then get my numbers on there somewhere. So anyway, But I enjoy doing that. Might not sound like it right at the moment, but I do. I enjoy it. And I will, I think the next video out is going to be the Inspired to Create Challenge video. And I think we have some fun prompts coming up for that. So anyway, well, I will, this was, yeah, I got 2 pages done. I still need to go back and do 6 and 7. And then I'll have this coming week, and it's prompt week. I'm going to try to do that. Oh, I still have 5, 6, and 7 to do. So I'm getting there. And come back and do some writing and add some washi or something fun. And I will see you on the next page. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you are all doing well. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.